Hello everyone, how good of you to join once again to Humankind turn 107. We're about to finish our next district, our research district here in our capital Rome. What we have right now is we have also increased our city limit, so theoretically we could have a fourth city now somewhere. Where, I have no idea. I definitely do, however, still want to have a big conflict before we end this let's play, before we reach the maximum turn, and for that, well, I've saved quite a lot of industry. As we can see, we have a 15 pop capital right now. Of course, I could continue building a few more districts here and making the city bigger and bigger, and since we do have the money, I might just do that for one of the maker quarters, right, and to, well, further get a bit more industry out of it, and then we could, well, yeah, focus on something else, and that something would be some of my units. We can have a lot of chariots thanks to having a lot of horses, so let's just get another 3 chariots being trained in Rome. The human engine, we also got a new civic here for the slaves, and of course I would like to go for some slavery there once we have another civic point that might be of interest, and a merchant from afar. And the rabble of traders. So what do we do with these traders, these ragged traders? Exhausted. Dismiss them or consent with them. We should welcome them. Last time consenting was rather successful. Let's just try this again. And perhaps we do get something out of it. We got another osmosis event. So these events are because we're close to another bigger power, and yeah, they take their influence on us, and we kind of like are forced into an action. War slaves. So we do get 1 bonus per ransacking. We get the slaves, right, without spending a civic point. Good idea for me. We can do this. Of course, we had to choose a certain civic path now, and not just the one that we liked. Let's continue with some more infantry. Yeah, some chariots there once again. I would like to have 2 full chariot armies available. And I think, for my military stuff, where do we get the next unit? The horseman, okay, that's 8 units away or 8 turns away, but other than that, there's no other unit that we can unlock anytime soon. A watery grave, oh, and yeah, this was not successful. A dark day for the Empire. The dive was a disaster, so we also had this dive there where we tried it ourselves, and we lost a lot of people there. A lot of soldiers drowned, and that means that Capua is pacifist for now. That means building on training units there is much more expensive. How many turns? I think for 10 turns it is. A defiant tension has fallen across the city, and I should not train units now. Ah, actually it's not that more expensive, right? 1 more turn, I think, in general. The forge, yep, let's build the forge. That gives me 20 industry more that we can finish here, and as we can see, we're almost back to the normal training of these units. Perhaps without the event we would have achieved an instant recruitment of these units, but other than that, it's fine. We have lots of smaller buildings here, the industry and forest and woodlands. I think, yeah, this is not very important for Capua since we have lots of stone fields here, so the stoneworks makes more sense to me. And the river, food is fine too. I would like to train some units, really. Stability, let's also have the fountain there, so let's start with the fountain right away. Actually, let's finish the fountain right away. We have the money, we should spend it. There's no reason why we should keep all the money. And with the money the time we saved, we can now start with instant chariot recruitment. Let's have 4 here, so that I would have to have 4 to 5 regiments full of chariot drivers, and then also some archers, of course, to help with the process. Now we have researched the next tech, the charcoal kiln and the artisan workshop. This is really powerful, so 1 industry per worker, and lots of my cities have lots of industry workers now. Capua here has 3, Rome has 4, and we could get a lot of industry out of that because we get 1 industry per additional worker. Now let's open the tech tree real quick and just see the mounted warfare. There we would have the Praetorian Guards. Let's rush for them, right? So Praetorian Guards, for that we need the conquest first. And yes, well, we do need more research. More research. Let's end the turn. 3 more units are coming out in all my cities. And probably what we could do in Rome is, yep, another research quarter. Boosting that, we have research quarters over here. We get the adjacency bonus. Finishing a research instantly, a district instantly though, is very expensive, so I'm not doing that. And in Latinium, we can just see, I think down here we do have something. Only 3 research. It's better here, thanks to the adjacency of the mountains, plus 6 research in Latinium. And since we don't really have anything else here, since there's not really a lot of fields, and the industry districts, yeah, are making more sense down here, we could focus in Latinium. Let's make 2 research districts here to boost our research there a bit. Very good. Population gained, new grievance. Oh! And some population has been stolen and went to another city. Oh, and look at that. The Persians have taken the city-state down here. They are growing. They're ever growing. Now, the English want to trade with us. They're afraid of us. Oh, well, I accept.
Pleased to accept your
No problem
proposal,
here,
friend.
and we do have a crisis still, so stole population from Nemossos. We can demand a payment now. Let's just see what they're doing.
You have
Oh!
but one chance to save your stinking skin.
Did they actually now consent? The English make the demand of Asar Khan, and what is happening? Did we get the money? No, we have the demand, right? And they have the demand, give Asar and give Kang. No, sorry. Not doing that. And how's it with the Persians? Are they still a vassal? So they're hesitant. They're in the early modern era. They are still a vassal to the Aztecs.
To see you again.
The other event, a merchant from afar, we accepted the merchants there, and yep, it was prosperous. So we get plus 15 money per turn for 10 rounds. That's at least something. And the battle for the mind. The great city of Rome is bursting at the seams. Countless souls pressed within the city's tight borders. In the dense, squalid quarters, cases of madness are on the rise. Religious leaders contend that demonic forces are behind the affliction, while the philosophers argue for natural causes. How should we go for here? Yeah, study it. We get lots of science out of that, and science is key for right now to get the better units out there. Oh, and we got a war declaration. It's not them. Who are we at war with now?
Greetings. To what do I owe?
They're still greeting us. Oh. Nope, it's also not them. So who declared war on us? No idea. We could go with open borders with the Edo-Japanese, and since I want perhaps another alliance there, or my first alliance actually, we can accept. We could also propose something, but nope. We don't have really a crisis with them, so that's fine. And we could purchase another piece of iron there. We have enough money. I would do that, because with iron we can train more soldiers and better soldiers there as well. Now we have finished the next research quarters. Should we just push for another one? Plus 15 science we get for each one of them. Let's have one more at least. Right, so that's something. Okay, we got another era star, very good. And there's actually a few coming up now. Also another district in order to get to the next one. The demands, yeah, demands. Demand received, alright. So that's not something that I would care about. We've also finished our next regiment. They're full of chariot drivers. I can't wait to see them a bit in action there at least. Oops, stay there please. And in Capo we're training the next one. Of course we should be a bit careful about not depleting our cities there too much with all the soldiers. Another era star thanks to having another district. We also have received our next civic point. So we could decide now once again. The land rights, nope. Irreligion, the slaves we had to decide, so there's no real civic at the moment that I could choose, right? So we're not doing that. The chariot drivers, now let's just see. The Ottomans, as they're called, are pretty strong over there. We still have the Aztecs to the south now. The problem though is, oh wait a second, yes, there we see a different change here. War declaration was between them. The Ottomans and the Aztecs are now at war with each other. I am pretty sure that the Ottomans wanted independence, right? They were a vassal, but they became pretty strong here, as we can see. So the Aztecs are in a defensive war at the moment. This is something we could use. Righto, let's send my troops down here. Also those chariot drivers. Oh no, it's actually normal soldiers. It's fine, so it's 3 regiments. There is another one coming up then. Right, so we still need to train a few more units here. We have 14 people in Rome. So let's have 2 more chariot drivers, and then yeah, we should also have some anti-cavalry infantry and some archers there still as well being trained. And the next chariot driver is ready there as well in Kapur. Let's move it down there. We could use this. I mean, you know, the game is ending in 30 turns anyway, so why not just try something out? We might very well overdo it here, so they might very well be way stronger than us. But you can't figure it out until you try. Let's move them to the borders there. We can check, of course, how good they are. Right, also sharing maps with the Japanese worked out, so we can now, oh well, the wall has just gotten a bit bigger. We also found the Lake Baikal in the process, and the Dutch are also in now. The downgraded, oh, and at the same time the Ottomans are going from non-aggression pact to tolerate skirmishes. I don't know how I feel about that. Rome has also gained another population. Those guys here, are they still at war? I would like to check that, or is the war already over? Nope, they're still at war with them. Righto, so that's a good thing, of course, because they use their resources for them at the moment. My troops are starting to gather at the border. We can... Why do you not want to? We can also continue with moving towards the border here with all my units. And those guys here. Quite a lot of them. I want that city. Hekatompilos. I want it now. Now, my next army here, and my soldiers here. We are probably going to split them up there, so one of them is going into that regiment and the other one into that regiment, so that each one of them has some archers there as well. You can wait now. And you probably have to go around here. That's fine. What do we do in Rome? I still would like to boost a bit my research, because that is key right now. Another quarter. Why is it key? Because we need to unlock the siege tactics. Right, with that we can go with the ballista, and the ballista is needed for sieges onto cities. They have walls, so we do need something against that. Same thing I can do in Capua, where we do have a nice research area here already that I just want to increase. Oh, and in Rome we have low stability. Alright. I think the fountain we've already built. We do have enough food though. There's nothing really that could raise stability except for the fortification. Right. So the fortification is a district. This one here increases stability by 5. If we build this one. Let's just see, we might, oh yeah, we could very well place it down here. The advantage with the garrison is that it gives a combat strength in combat for units adjacent to the district, right? So whenever we, well, it doesn't really make that much sense here. I guess here it would make sense because we are right at the border of the city. So if we start the siege, well, we might actually get something out of it. So let's do this one here. Very well, we have merged one, and the other archer is going into that one. Fine, let's move down here. And my next one is coming in as well. I would like to see this battle unfold. Oh, and there's actually someone attacking. This is though a random army, so I think mercenaries? No idea. I have no idea why they attack anyway. I'm not even fighting this myself, so in that case we just won this one. We lost an archer, no idea how that turned out. Probably should have done it myself then. Let's continue. In Latinium, we have the 12 pop city right now. Stability is also going down here, right? So can we still do something about that? The fountain is already built, so that was the latest construction. Having a garrison here though makes sense as well. We don't have one in Latinium yet, and having garrisons in across the territory is important to raise that, so let's just have one over there. This is really just to increase the stability. Dragons of the battlefield, tales of other empires' armies boasting fire-breathing engines is spreading like wildfire through your own ranks, driving interest in weapons powered by gunpowder. Now one such scourged and blackened armament has been scavenged from a recent battlefield. What should you do with it? Display it. My units get more or get faster. Study it. We get experience. And deconstruct it. Spawns an army gunner in Rome. Or we get 1 experience per every turn for all my armies. I think this is better. No idea. Or we get a gunner. Nah, let's take the experience points because that is just makes more sense to get my units there up on par with more points. That means more power as well. And 1 unit, you know, we could easily lose that unit all the time. So not something that I would like to do there just yet. What is going on with my stability? It's going down everywhere to 40% here now. Minus 80 stability from districts. Okay, I build a lot of districts, that's right. And minus 20 from the number of territories that we have. We don't... Oh, do we have too many territories? Alright, it's still in the positive though, right? So it's still stable, but we should be careful. Siege tactics have been unlocked. The ballista is now can now be used. With that, we have also gotten another hero star. Very good. And let's just have a quick look here for mounted warfare. I could then probably upgrade my units with the mounted warfare. I think Imperial Power gives me the Praetorian Guards though, right? A very, very good new melee unit that I could use. And I'm inclined to go with that. Now Capua. Capua is still declining when it comes to stability. Wait a second. Should we perhaps have a unit in there? Stationed? Is that doing anything? We'll just find out. Okay, there's a unit stationed now. And yeah, plus 5 stability from units. So this one is actually increasing the stability for the city. So we probably should do this in the other cities too. Right, the research quarter is not working right now. Let's also get some archers up here. They can work for us then. Or well, we can use them. So this is increasing stability a bit. And Latinium, we could do the same. Latinium is stable for now. And Capua is, yeah, it's also staying above the threshold. But it's still too low there. We do have the garrison already. Unfortunately, the garrisons are not giving adjacency bonuses. Right, so that is not working out. And a rebellion will occur in Capua if we don't do anything about it. Very interesting. I've played this game quite a few times now, and stability was never the problem. Oh, war declared by the Aztecs. Alright, they have a huge war score. And they're down here, so... Oh no, the Aztecs have lost the city. Why are the Aztecs declaring war on me now? They are no longer at war with each other. Nope. So they're at peace again, but the Ottomans are now independent. Probably the strongest force that we have now on the map. And why do the Aztecs exactly declare war on us? I have no idea. They just wanted to go to war with anyone because it doesn't make sense. They're down here, right? Far away from me. And modify. Yep, let's go with that. There we have now some units as well in Rome. Where, well, stability is still going down for some very odd reasons that I just can't comprehend. Minus 130 stability from districts. Do we have too many districts? But districts were never really the problem. Alrighty. We can, however, build the city watch. So that was just built now within 1 turn. It increases the stability of the garrisons. And that is already now doing something here, right? So we do get more stability from the garrisons themselves. So 10 now instead of 5 that was previous. So yeah, we could actually have yet another one. As we can see, it's adding now a bit more. We have one down there. So let's have one close to the close to Rome as well. Because that adds then also some help there if my city gets under siege. And I would like to do the same thing in Latium. So we should be having the city watch there somewhere. Or we need to wait for the garrison to build first before we can do that. Yes. We need a city post. First, the Khamer want trade luxuries.
Glorious.
Let's go even further and propose to trade everything. Do you have something for us?
I have a notion which would benefit
Something
us both.
that adds stability. Papyrus, oh, we can't trade with you. You're too far away.
Agreed.
that would
That's
be
what
another
I
thing
call
that
a
we can do
leader.
right away, is we can trade something for goods that offer us stability. Now, with the Ottomans, we could do
unwelcome.
that. We have
Speak
trade everything
quickly.
with them. Marble gives me 10 stability on all cities. But we do have trade everything. And we're at peace. Why can I not trade with them? You cannot afford to buy a trade. Oh, we're out of money. All right. So nothing there I could do. And blood or gold, we do get the punishment civic. The empire falls perilously close to instability, criminality on the rise in every corner of the land, but the presence of the city watch gives you the first chance to punish wrongdoers in your way to see fit. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we even get an event if stability goes down. I love that. So we get flexible events everywhere, however our empire is looking. That's pretty cool. And so far so good. We are reaching endgame now, and I'm still waiting now for the Aztecs to attack. After all, they declared war on us. So, oh, down there they are already. Yep, at my outpost. And I will probably get over there, have to get over there and fight them. Stay tuned.